Hello, goddesses. Happy Monday. Good morning. Happy new moon. All of the things. I am Leah 𝐀𝐬𝐭𝐫𝐨𝐲, the owner and founder of Her Sacred Circle. I am a women's circle facilitator, a ceremonialist, and a sacred feminine embodiment guide. And I am honored to be the admin of this community. So thank you for being here with us in sisterhood. Thank you for being here with me this morning. Let me know if you're here watching live. Hi, Katie. Let me know if you're here watching live. I see a few are already on. Let me know you can see and hear me, so drop a comment. Hi, Joy. Good morning. And if you're watching the replay, hop on and let me know. If you are... Hello, Jennifer. If you are feeling into the new moon energy already, please drop in the comments and let me know, what's going on for you right now, how you're feeling. Oh, awesome. There's a good amount of people here. Hi, Robin. Hello. So I decided, when I was looking at the events, because if you're new to the community, every month there are a good amount of free offerings here. I want this to be a space where there are a variety of healing modalities accessible to everybody, because I know that not everyone can come to those events that have registration fees. So this group is a way to be able to tap into some of this medicine at absolutely no cost to you, for you to be able to just feel into the gifts of the sisters here, the gifts that I'm here to offer, and to create together, right? A really healing, nurturing community. So that's what this is about. Good morning, Javon, Tammy, Kristen. Hi. Oh, this is so fun. Okay. And I'm not going to apologize, because I think women apologize too much. So I'll say thank you for having some grace with my throat chakra situation right now. But anyways, so this community is all about just bringing medicine forth, making it accessible. And so I was feeling into June and moving forward, and I decided, or I guess really it started in May, that around the new moon, I'll do some sort of meditation and journaling, just to show up more. It's hard for me to go live as often as I'd like. I have a toddler at home and I work from home. So, noise level can vary, so it's far and few between when I can go live, but I want to show up as much as possible. So I'm going to try to do it with the new moon. If not, I'll at least go live once a month with a meditation and journaling for you. Those are two practices that I've woven into my life that I find extremely powerful in anchoring me in to myself, right? So just helping me really remember. I use the word remember a lot. So taking moments to write and to just be in stillness with yourself can provide some spaciousness, which I'll talk to you today with the new moon. Provide some spaciousness to listen, right? To listen, to reflect, to tap into your own energy and wisdom that's available to you if we can just slow down and get quiet enough to hear it, right? Oh, there's so many gorgeous goddesses here today. Hi, Kayla, Lindsey, Teresa. Yes. Hi. Feel free to use this comment section, this chat box, throughout the live as a way to cultivate sisterhood too. I like for there to be lives in the group, because it gives real-time access for everyone to talk to each other. So feel free to do that as I keep going. The way this is going to work is I just wanted to talk a little bit about this new moon. I will go ahead and source my astrology goddesses that I go to for information, because it is not my medicine to share. But first and foremost, here in the group, we have a couple of goddesses that always share that are amazing. We have Lindsey, and I'll tag her in the comments, and then also Sarah Nicole. So you may have seen here in the group that they share astrology posts here and there. They are two women that I absolutely go to all the time for astrology. Hello, Tanya. Hello, Paula. Yes, keep on joining. This is fun. Hyping me up this morning. Okay. So I will tag them. I also go to Forever Conscious. That's a website that I use quite frequently when I'm looking up astrology information, and also Girl and Her Moon. So at the end of this live, I'll go in the comment section, also in the written post, and just kind of tag all of this so you can go and look. I wanted to share a little bit about the new moon. If you have anything that you want to share about this specific new moon, either something that's coming up for you or something that you know about this new moon, please share your wisdom with me, with everyone here watching and those that'll watch the replay. Hi, Laura. Hello. How is everyone feeling today? How does this new moon have you feeling? How does this Monday have you feeling? You know, how is your day going? Let me know. Aw, yay, I'm so glad. Hi, Tia. Yes. Okay. All right. I'm getting so hyped up by everyone I see joining, so I want to get focused so that way I don't keep you too long. So the new moon is in Gemini, okay? So the new moon is in Gemini, and not only do we have a new moon, but this new moon is bringing a close to the eclipse portal, so it's ending this eclipse season we've been in. So let's just take a moment for that, right? It's just kind of bringing to a close, and we'll still be feeling, you know, Laura's a Gemini. Yeah, if you're a Gemini, definitely let me know in the comments as well. So this new moon is closing that eclipse portal. So just taking a moment to honor that and to honor any transformations that have come up for you during this time, any big aha moments, any things, people or experiences that were eclipsed in or eclipsed out, just kind of being with it all, just bearing witness, being that observer, looking at everything that maybe has happened during this eclipse season, and then taking from that the seeds of wisdom, the lessons, like what can you carry on with you, right? So that's something just to keep in mind today and over the next few days. There will be a journal prompt about that in a little bit. Tia says, Gemini shares my ruling planet and it's still in retrograde. Shake my head. We got more Geminis. Jackie, hello. Yes, all the Gemini energy in here. So definitely let me know how it's affecting you with that being, you know, in your chart so strongly. Okay, so Gemini is an energy that is represented by the element of air, right? So if you think about like the swirling air, like the intellect, all of our thoughts, so it's going to be a lot about being intentional with your mindset, right? What can you do in regards to your mental health and wellness, right? So just keeping that in mind. Lots of unearthing during eclipse season. Yes, yeah, same here. So also if you think about air, so we have the swirling thoughts. Air is also associated with communication. So taking inventory on how are you communicating with others? How are you communicating with yourself? And what needs to shift so you are communicating from a place of integrity and a place that's connected to your heart, right? So just taking a look at that is really important during this time. Also, if you think about the element of air, hello, good morning, Michelle. Another Gemini. Yes, this live attracted all the Geminis are coming in. I love it. The element of air, if you think about air and the way that the wind blows, there's this freedom, right? There's this freedom with the air and its ability to move. So feeling into that, in what ways can you have more freedom of movement, of expression, of flexibility in your life? You know, so holding that energy. Let's see. This sign, Gemini, is one of the most lighthearted signs in the zodiac. So this energy isn't going to be one of those necessarily. It may be. Everyone is affected differently, of course. But for the most part, this energy isn't going to feel like super heavy. It's going to be a little more lighthearted. It's going to bring in feelings of, you know, peacefulness, joyfulness, play, hopefulness. You know, some of this energy that our planet desperately needs. Of course, in perfect timing, you know, this Gemini energy is going to bring some of that. So just being aware, where are you noticing, you know, that kind of energy in your life? Who are you around and what experiences in your life have you feeling more easygoing, more at peace, more playful, fun, you know, that kind of energy is what we're feeling into. Kathleen, good morning. Yes, hello. Okay. One thing that I was reading, and I actually like wrote the direct quote because it just like hit me in the heart. So I'm just going to like read it to you. But if we're thinking about the new moon and we're thinking about, you know, also, you know, the element of air and some of that freedom piece, right? Just kind of take this in. Okay. So often we hold on to ways of being, of circumstances, relationships, jobs, patterns, lifestyle choices. We hold on to all of this stuff, right? Practices like really tight in fear of becoming the emptiness that the new moon effortlessly embodies. So just take that in and kind of feel into your own life. You know, there are times that because we're so scared of if all of this goes away, what am I left with? That emptiness. Like what is left if I, you know, if these things fall away that might no longer be serving me, or if I make these shifts, right? It's that fear of the emptiness, okay? And the new moon is here as a reminder that the emptiness is beautiful, that the emptiness can serve a purpose, that the emptiness is also spaciousness. And in spaciousness, we have potential, right? So the new moon offers this potential, this freedom to dream and vision and explore and like feel into infinite possibility, right? Infinite possibility. And the new moon energy is a reminder that you are under no obligation to stay the same. So I'm going to say that again. The new moon energy, this new moon energy that we're in, is a reminder that you are under no obligation to stay the same. So the invitation here today, as you hold this energy, as you step into this meditation, that's really just going to bring us back into body and breath before we journal. It's just to remember your sovereignty, to remember the freedom you have to choose to express, to communicate in ways that feel in integrity and in alignment with you. It's freedom to learn. When you know better, you do better, right? It's freedom to be curious about this life, right? So feeling into that, feeling into the spaciousness of this energy. Where is there some emptiness? Where is there some spaciousness? Where is there potential for you to plant seeds right now? And what does that look like in your own story, right? If there's anything you want to share in the chat, feel free to do so as I'm talking. But that's a little bit about the energy that I know that I wanted to share. If there's anything else that anyone else wants to share about Gemini as a sign, about the new moon, about a certain ritual or practice or self-care, you know, thing that you do in your own life around this kind of energy, around this new moon, at the end of an eclipse season, any of the things, feel free to share with us, because there are so many inspiring and amazing women in here, and I want to learn from you as well. So that is the Gemini energy. That is the new moon energy. And so the invitation today that I'm here with is to take a few moments, either now, here live, or if you're watching the replay, to carve out a few moments today, tonight, even tomorrow, or the day after, to just really connect with your body and with your breath and just return to center, right? Like return to yourself. Offer that moment of reconnection to yourself and begin to hold the medicine of spaciousness, the medicine of emptiness, of potential, of planting those seeds, right? So let's go ahead and do a little bit of like the drop-in meditation first. I always like to pair journaling, or what I like to call embodied writing. I like to pair embodied writing with meditation, or with at least some breath and embodiment. Because I find, and especially with working with the air element, so if we're here with, you know, this Gemini energy, you have these thoughts that are swirling above your head, right? Or like wherever they swirl. For me, I picture that they're all like right here. So all of this like intellect, all of this stuff, right? And it's swirling around. And journaling provides an opportunity, embodied writing, to bring that element down, right? Into your body. So into this earthly temple, process, feel, right? The sacred feminine is calling us to feel, and I speak to that energy a lot. So feeling what's going on in here, and then releasing, and then powerfully like putting it back out in a new way, like alchemizing a bit, processing, understanding through your writing, right? And then you have it here on this paper to reflect on, or to burn, or whatever feels good to you. Tanya, deciding to homeschool my children and releasing the fear of failing them. Yes, honoring you as you navigate, you know, decisions, and releasing the emotions that are attached to each decision. Jennifer's here, Libra, air, so you get it. Yes, that air element. It's interesting. It was, I guess maybe a week or two ago, but I was really in the air element. I was like telling like family and friends, I was like, I am like really airy, and I'm an earth sign. I am very earthy, so I am used to feeling very grounded, and I was all up in the air. So just sending love to everyone that's a full air element, because that is a place to be. I had to pull myself down. Okay, so with the embodied writing, just connect to your breath, your body, and then write. And notice as you're writing, do certain words or concepts like impact your body in a certain way? Does your heart start to flutter? Does your breath change? Do you notice your shoulders start to hunch over, right? Are you making yourself small and like constricted, or are you open and expansive as you're writing? Do you feel relaxed? Do you have any like those feelings in the gut where you're like, oh shit, like is there any of that? Really listen to your body through the journaling process, because not only will the words on the paper be medicine, but these feelings, these sensations in your actual earthly temple can offer a lot of wisdom as well, if not more than the actual words that you're putting on the paper. So just bringing all of it together, I have found to be the most powerful. Carmen, let's see. I felt the strongest pull to end a relationship that I had been delaying, and all afternoon I felt a hollowness in my core. I resisted the urge to distract myself out in the world with friends, and I stayed home and rested. Lingering in bed longer this morning, listening to the birds and reading and meditating, filling my well up with light. Yes. Yes, kind of leaning into the spaciousness, leaning into the emptiness instead of trying to fill it quickly with something or escape away from it, right? Yes. Tia, I have a lot of air in my chart, Aqua, Moon, and Venus, but you're a Virgo. Yeah, you got a lot going on. Sarah Beth, also with our posture, opening and allowing all to flow. I appreciate you too. Yes, Sarah Beth, I talk about that a lot, that just in this moment, maybe let's just even do this as a practice. Notice the way you're sitting in this moment. Are your shoulders like hunched over? And if so, can you just take a moment to just pull them back and like open this part of your body, open your heart. And just by doing that, like I know in my own temple, like I feel the difference. Like I can feel the difference when I communicate in that way with others. Anytime I'm going into like work, if I notice that I start hunching down, like just something as simple as that, opening up can make such a big difference. So thank you for, bringing that up as well, Sarah Beth. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Denise. So thank you for everyone that's joining. So let's dive into some meditation. Feel free, if you're just hopping on, if you want to share how this new moon has you feeling, if you have any questions about the new moon or any questions about anything I've shared thus far. Hello, Deidre. If you want to share anything that you know about the Gemini energy or what's coming up for you as we close this, eclipse season, what's coming up for you as we're in this new moon, please drop it in the chat. Okay. So I invite you just to take a moment, let's just take a big, like an exhale. Eyes can still be open, right? Just a big exhale, just letting it go. And so now we're getting ready to drop in. Okay, I invite you to find a comfortable seated position, or if you want to lie down for this, whatever feels good to you. Trust yourself. Like, what do you need this morning? What do you need in this moment? And if it feels safe to you, I invite you to close your eyes. And if it feels good to you, I invite you to place your hands somewhere on your body and just trust wherever you are led to touch. Maybe your body just needs a little bit of a loving touch on your heart, or maybe it's your heart and your womb. Maybe it's your head. Maybe it's your shoulders, right? Like we carry so much. Maybe it's your hips. Maybe you feel like doing like hip circles. As women, we hold a lot of tension in our hips. So just listen to your body in this moment. Feel into your body. Now, where are you being asked just to offer a little love? And then give yourself some loving touch. Just notice the warmth, or maybe the coldness of your hands on your body. Notice like your own embrace, right? Just the lovingness of your own touch. The sensation of your own touch. And just begin to relax with your eyes closed, dropping into this sacred moment together. Under this new moon in Gemini, together in sisterhood. This opportunity and invitation to connect a little deeper with ourselves. And just relaxing and surrendering, knowing and trusting that in this moment, if you are here, you are meant to be here for this medicine. So leaning into this meditation, leaning into this moment of quiet and spaciousness and potential. Beginning to relax your body from the top of your head, melting down towards your toes. Your entire body relaxing. Envisioning a white light, a warm white light washing over you. From the top of your head, melting down. Down past your face, back of your head, your neck. Relaxing now your shoulders, releasing any tension. Just allowing this white light to wash over you. Now your heart space is being washed with this beautiful, nourishing white light. Your chest, your back, melting down now, washing down now towards the womb and the hips, allowing this energy to swirl around here. And moving down, relaxing your legs, your feet and your toes. This white light surrounding you. From the top of your head to the tips of your toes, encapsulating you in this love and this light and this warmth, nourishing energy. Bringing your awareness and your energy down to your root and noticing your connection with the seat beneath you or the floor beneath you. Feeling into that connection. Dropping it down now through the floor, down deeper towards the earth, down through the soil, through the rock, deeper down now, anchoring into Mother Earth. Anchoring your energy here into Mother Earth, allowing yourself to feel rooted in this moment. There is nowhere else that you need to be. There's nothing else that you need to be doing other than anchoring here now and allowing yourself to feel safe in this moment, to feel held in this moment, to feel supported in this moment. From this place of anchored safety and connection, bring your energy back up. Bringing it up now to your heart. Maybe bringing both hands to your heart. And just noticing what you feel. How does your heart feel today, sister? The Gemini New Moon and the Gemini energy is tied to the element of air. So feel into this. How are you communicating with yourself? How do you speak to yourself? How do you think of yourself? Just be honest in this moment, allowing whatever arises to arise and greet it with love, knowing that you are still perfect in this moment. And this human experience is about learning and remembering and growing and shifting and transforming. So by bringing awareness to how we communicate with ourselves, how we think about ourselves, we can make shifts, plant seeds of potential. So in this moment, honor the way that you plan to communicate with yourself moving forward. Words and thoughts of love and support for yourself in all that you do, honoring all that you are, here in this moment, now and always. So allowing yourself to feel in this moment. Noticing the rise and the fall of your chest. Bringing it back to this air element. Just breathing in deeply through the nose. Exhaling out with a sigh through the mouth. You can hear it. It'll feel even better, I promise. Deep inhale through the nose. Sighing out through the mouth. Continue this breath. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhaling out with a sigh. Just allowing yourself to breathe. Just to enjoy breathing in this moment. These deep inhales. These nourishing exhales, each one such a gift, such a miracle. So honoring that. Really be present in this next breath. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhaling out through your mouth. Just noticing as you breathe, the spaciousness you feel within this earthly vessel as this air is moving in and out of your body. Deep inhales through the nose. Sighing it out now. Just feeling into this spaciousness that you already hold. And feeling in now to the spaciousness in your own life. Asking yourself, how can you lean more into this spaciousness? Into this place of potential. Knowing there's medicine here in this spaciousness for you. Allowing yourself to know and trust that you can lean in to this spaciousness. There's no need to escape or to fill the void with something. Just allow it to exist and appreciate the spaciousness for what it is. And in this moment, I invite you to set an intention for this new moon. From this place of spaciousness and potential and curiosity and joy and peace and hopefulness, with all of the energy that the Gemini energy is bringing to you in this moment. What intention can you set for moving forward? What feels good to you right now to declare as your truth? What seed of potential are you feeling called to plant? And plant it here now in this moment. And if you feel called, maybe even place your hand on your heart as if you're planting that seed of intention into your heart in this moment. Press firmly against your chest, just anchoring this intention into your body, into your earthly temple, and claiming it as your truth. And just being here with yourself for another moment, feeling into all that you are, all of the potential you hold, and all that you offer and are birthing and expressing and experiencing now in this moment in your life. Feeling gratitude for your life in this moment. The light, the dark, the beauty, and the mess, all of it. Let's take 3 more breaths together. Deep inhale through the nose. Powerful exhale out. And again, deep inhale. Powerful exhale. And again, deep inhale. And exhale. When you feel ready, I invite you to open your eyes and to grab your journal, or if you have like paper and pen near you, I will come back and I'll write out the journal prompts in the post so that way you have it. I'm just going to take a moment to read the comments and catch up a little bit. If you're just joining, we just did a little bit of a drop-in meditation to just connect you to your body and to your breath and to feel into the potential that you hold here in this new moon and always. Hello, Elizabeth. Hi, Annie. Lindsay, hello. Max, Tia, last night before bed. Started crying out of nowhere, releasing feelings of unworthiness. I grabbed my rose quartz and allowed the feeling to pass and started saying self-love affirmations to myself. I don't know if that has anything to do with the new moon or not, but I feel so much better today, and I feel like a man is about to come, which is weird because you know how I feel about men. That's awesome. Thank you, Carmen, for being here. Thank you, Tia, for sharing that. This new moon does offer a really beautiful opportunity to look at the ways that you practice self-care. So going back to that communication piece of how are you communicating with yourself? What are you telling yourself? What are you thinking about yourself? But also actions, right? Like, how are you communicating through action to yourself? What ways are you showing up for yourself? How can you love on yourself a little more? So exploring and being curious and using some of this Gemini energy to play around with what feels good for me when it comes to self-care. And also honoring that we're cyclical beings. So on one day when a goddess bath with, you know, rose petals and candles might feel really good, on another day, that might just not do it for you, right? It might need to be, you know, really diving into like a to-do list that's just going to make you feel so excited when it's complete, or decluttering, or maybe it's one day going outside and immersing yourself in nature, or being completely alone, or being around a bunch of people. So just trusting yourself, getting to know yourself, and understanding that, especially as women, we are so cyclical. So we're not always going to exist in the same way, right? And so knowing that there are all of these versions of ourselves, and that that's okay, and getting to know each of them and what, you know, each one needs in any given moment. Good morning, Helen. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Denise. Yes, self-care and loving yourself. Tia, it's good to see you. Thank you for being here. Okay, so let's dive into some journal prompts, and I will, and then I pulled a card from the Rose Oracle that I'll read at the end, if you hang to the end. But there are just a few journal prompts. What I'll do is I will share the prompts. I'll give you maybe just about a minute now to explore, and then so that way we're not just kind of on Facebook Live and I'm just like staring at you guys. But I will give you like a minute or so with each one to go ahead and explore now, and then I invite you to really dive into them after I hop off. So, you know, the new moon offers the spaciousness, it offers the stillness, it offers the quiet, right? So with that, it is a beautiful opportunity to listen for your own voice that sometimes, because there's so much noise in the world, can feel very faint, right? The new moon's going to offer a really beautiful window of time to really hear yourself more loudly, more clearly. But you have to take the action of being like intentional about it and asking and listening. So the first prompt to explore is with that. In this moment, what does your inner voice, what does your inner goddess want to say to you right now? What it wants to come through? What can you hear in this moment if you only tap in to listen? So trust what comes through. It doesn't have to make sense for you. It can go all over the place, but take about a minute and explore that. What does your inner voice want to say to you right now? What could you hear? You got really quiet in this moment and listen. Just take about a minute with that one. And if you want to share in the comments, feel free to share anything that comes up for you now, or even if you're watching the replay, I will come back and chat in here. So what is your inner voice saying to you right now? What is your inner goddess saying to you right now? Michelle, mine is saying you're being too hard on yourself. Tia, my inner voice says I deserve a lot more than what I'm allowing myself to have. Yes, right? Like, the deepest parts of you love you like unconditionally, right? And you see you, right? So just like finding this time to get quiet and to listen and to say like, okay, like I'm fully here for all that I am. Like, what wants to come through? What do I really want to say to myself? And how can I say it with love, right? Yeah, thank you guys for sharing. If anyone else feels called to share, feel free to share below. Hi, April. Thank you for joining us. If you're just hopping on, we just went through a quick meditation to just drop you into your body and into your breath. And now we're going through some new moon journal prompts. Helen, my inner voice is telling me it's time to move on to bigger things. Yes, so this new moon energy is also very much about, visioning. And, I mentioned being curious. Like being in that curious energy, I think is such a beautiful lesson for any time, right? Just staying curious, asking questions to yourself, to the planet, and then finding the deeper questions. I've been talking about that a lot lately, is that I'm not sure we ever find an answer, but we're led to a deeper question, which is really beautiful. I heard that, I think her name's Reverend Brianna Lynn shared that recently. And that was something that really stuck into my heart when she was sharing. So yeah, asking yourself, where is there potential? What do I see, and from a place that really lights you up and has you in that Gemini energy of what would feel good, what would feel hopeful, joyful, fun, playful, what would light me up, and then moving from that place. Kristen, letting go of feeling lazy and that my worth is not defined by my productivity. Yes, my sister, I see you and I feel you, and I've probably shared this with you, but that is something that I've definitely journaled through and moved through. I meant to say journeyed, but I said journaled, and I'm sure I've journaled through it. But realizing when you have that moment where you're realizing you're equating your worth with your productivity, and we're conditioned to do that. But when you have that moment, you're like, wait a minute, in this exact moment, as I sit here and do fucking nothing, I am divine, I am perfect, I am worthy of love, I am worthy of being here in this moment and just breathing and offering that to yourself, giving yourself permission, right? It's radical to even think that, giving yourself permission to be sovereign, which you are, that's your birthright. So it's this crazy thing that we have this amnesia, but then as we start to remember, we're like, oh yeah, I'm under no obligation to stay the same. I'm under no obligation to only do this, and this. There's this creative, there's this potential, this spaciousness here for me to play around with. So I love that. Carmen, inner voice, I'm so proud of you. You did the hard thing and chose you when someone else wasn't fully choosing you. Being still is a call to fully show up for you and no one else. This is the time to master choosing you, and in divine timing, someone else will show up and choose you too. Oof. Yes, sister, yes. Leanne, my inner voice is telling me that I am a tough warrior and one bad bitch, that I need to kick life up a notch and make this shit happen. Yes, I felt that. I felt that fire from you, Leanne. Yes. Carmen, the quiet, open, and spaciousness that you feel is nothing to fear. I feel that one. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Okay. I feel that. Yeah. Knowing that you're safe to explore. And so that's why I really like with, any type of meditation, is just taking that time to ground your energy down and really anchor into Mother Earth before you're going to journal, before you're going to explore things. So that way you have this feeling of safety, and then you can kind of vision from an anchored place, right? But yes, leaning into the spaciousness. Robin, it's time for me to heal, so that whatever is blocking me from living in complete trust and joy, to be able to go forward and just be a light, and then allow whatever is supposed to happen will flow to and through me. Yes, 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 yes. So deepening that trust for yourself, deepening that trust just for this life experience, right? And knowing that even all the shitty things you move through have led you here to this moment. And if you keep showing up in that way, it will continue to be that way, right? Man, being a human, there's some duality here, right? It's not all rainbows and unicorns, but, being able to hold that too, and have appreciation for that too, being able to hold all of it. The sacred feminine, I talk about this a lot, really wants us to descend into the human experience, wants us to feel everything that we're here to feel, right? We're a soul having a human experience. A human experience. So the human piece is key. And so if it's all bliss and there's never anything that, we're resisting or having to look at, that's part of this human experience, that would then be removed. So part of the purpose is to navigate some of that murky water and to hold ourselves after and during, and, and again, just these places of remembrance. How can I love on myself a little more, even when times are hard? Thank you all for sharing. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, let's see. checking the time. So we're getting a little time. I'll just do the 3 today. So as I mentioned, this Gemini new moon is closing like the eclipse season. So exploring a little bit and taking the time to just be intentional with your reflection. You know, what was your biggest takeaway, or what transformations have you noticed during this eclipse season? You know, what came through for you? What shifted? What eclipsed in or eclipsed out? Because sometimes we get, you know, so caught up in the day-to-day that we don't notice these things. And then when you take that bird's eye view and you're reflecting over like a certain period or a certain, you know, point in your life, you're like, oh, like all of this has changed, and you don't realize it like while you're in it. So take some time to reflect. I'll give you about a minute. Feel free to share in the comments. Hello, Valerie, glad you're here. What was your biggest takeaway from this eclipse season? What transformations happened? What shifts did you notice, or do you notice? And just explore that a little bit. Tia, you're scripting to manifest a new job. Yes, declare it. Declare it. So what was your biggest takeaway? What has shifted for you? And just taking a moment to honor, you know, even if it's more of the mess or maybe more of the shadow that shifted and you feel like your life's all sorts of fucked up right now, expressing that and noticing how much has shifted and honoring that too, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be like a feel-good shift, because goodness knows that the eclipse seasons will rock you. They will rock you, and I've had a little of both for sure. But just taking some time to notice, to bring awareness and love to what you have moved through. You know, taking some time to reflect on the journey. Okay. And feel free to share in the comments. Hi, Chrissy. Glad you're here. Let's see. Tia. Manifest a new job, and now going after what I deserve, and see, now I can have anything. No longer accepting crumbs, just waiting for the universe to bring to me. Yeah, I feel that. No longer accepting crumbs. Yeah, and it comes to that like self-worth piece, and like truly like believing, you know, that you are ready and worthy of what you desire. And then from that place, being able to take the inspired action and being able to be aware enough to, you know, kind of see the signs and step into different situations that can then lead you there, you know. I love that. So I think that manifesting or being intentional about this kind of stuff, when it can come from a place of like true sacred union within yourself, right? So you have like this feminine, like, and you're feeling into it, and you're like flowy surrender of like, I trust, but then also having your masculine there to hold you in the structure and to take the action when it's time, right? That's why they work so beautifully together. I speak a lot about the sacred feminine, but it is not at all to discount the masculine. Like, we need both of these energies, and to be able to dance with them, you know, together in harmony is how we will, I find, how I'm able to show up step by step in my life, right? It's this constant dance of like, okay, I'm leaning more this way, or I'm leaning more this way, or this energy is going to serve me here, and now it's time to step into my feminine flow. Well, now we need the masculine structure. So I love that you shared that. Let's see. Yeah, and not, yeah, seeing things as detours. I'm just reading the comments. Yeah, not getting upset. I like to say, you know, if I'm really holding a vision and when I try to detach to the specifics around it, I always like to say, like, if not this, better. And I can't remember who said that, like where I heard that from. Maybe it was like Gabby Bernstein. I don't know. I would love to quote, because it's not mine, but, you know, if not this, better. So just holding that, and that's like a little piece of like the feminine energy too, is that like mystery, right? So, you know, our masculine energy wants to like know the answer and like have the control and like, you know, well, tell me what it's going to be. And then the feminine's like, wait, but there's some mystery here. Let's keep it fun. Let's keep it flowy. Let's like, let there be some potential, you know, for even bigger than what you could think, right? So I love that. I've been like a thunderstorm during these times of multiple thunderstorms. I feel that. Intense bronchitis. Let's see. Sat with grief. Yes. Stepping into getting my business in order and to stop avoiding the scary parts of business. Coughing up and clearing out toxic patterns. I have a cough right now too that's coming through, so it's interesting. There's been a lot of throat chakra stuff. It is Gabby Bernstein. Okay, this or something better. Yes, yeah, I love her. I've been using affirmations. Show me as good as it gets. Oh, that one feels good too. Show me as good as it gets. That's awesome. That felt good. That had me smile to say it, so thank you for that. Valerie, the eclipses were first in my partner's sun sign and the second his rising sign. Oh, man. And it's been a potent cycle for his own healing in our relationship. That's beautiful. Yeah, it's really cool to know things like that about your partner, about your children, or, you know, even close family members that you're around a lot. So that way you can kind of honor their journey through things, right? Because there's just so much at play. So when we better understand all of these different things that are impacting us, I think it can help us have more grace with our relationships and with like circumstances as we're navigating them, and especially in a family dynamic. So it's beautiful that one, like, you know that about him, and then to be able to hold that as he's, you know, in his own cycle. Very cool. Let's see. Let's do I guess what we'll do is we'll go ahead and have you declare. The other one I was going to have was kind of just exploring your communication, but we thought about that earlier. But just keep in mind moving forward, just for the sake of time, you know, the ways that you communicate, you know, the ways you're communicating with yourself, the ways you're communicating with others. Like, are you mostly listening in a conversation? Are you mostly talking? Just being really aware of what roles you play in communication with others in your life and with yourself. So just I want to say that, you know, kind of as we are beginning to wrap this up. Let's see, Valerie, for me personally, I felt a huge lack of mental clarity and a huge relaxation and surrender to it all. Yes, Valerie, I feel that, and I see you on that. I mentioned earlier before you hopped on, I guess it's about maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, I was so airy. Like, I'm an earth sign, so I'm really grounded most of the time. And when I say airy, it was like, I didn't feel like I could make a decision. It was like things were just not like, I was so up here where I was like, okay, like I need to like be able to function and like have a human experience. Like, what are we doing? So very, you know, just a little bit up in the air. And then, yeah, I too have been in this rest, relaxation, kind of surrendered place, moving a lot slower, honoring the rest, and just knowing that there's a lot happening that I just need to surrender to, and just to allow my body to rest, my mind to rest, all of the things. Yeah. Tia, Mercury retrograde has been retrograding. Yeah. So much mental swirling, Valerie. Yes, exactly. Swirling. That's how I feel. That's been coming up. Please, everyone, you know, continue to share in the chat, you know, how you are processing the new moon, how you've processed the eclipse, all of that. This is definitely a safe space to share and just to communicate that outward. If we're talking about communication, holding it all in can feel overwhelming. And that's why I love the medicine of circle. And that's why I want this sisterhood space to be like an ongoing circle where you have this place to come and share and be heard and express, right? Express your truth, like in a place where you're not fearing judgment, because, you know, this is not this place where you have to fit in a certain kind of box. Like, all is welcome here. Let me just say that again. Like, there's not one sort of woman that is drawn to this community. Like, all is welcome here. So this is a place to be held in who you are, in your integrity, with your authentic voice, like speaking, sharing, writing, expressing as you. Like, we got you. Like, I got you. And I have an admin team. Like, we watch things, so we take care of the integrity of this space. So please feel safe to share here. Yes. So much air in your chart, Tia. I feel that. I'm appreciating the earthy energy that I have in my chart after being in the airy element for a while. So I am comfortable in my earthiness. Okay, so the last journal prompt that I would love for you to explore, and we did this in the meditation, so you felt into this a little bit, but the power of putting it on paper is really going to make a difference. And then if you can amplify it by commenting it on this chat as well, or drop it in the group later, but letting others kind of feel into the energy of what you're declaring can also be really powerful. Now let me see this really quick. Robin, I've been so airy and usually very grounded, been doubting my truth and feeling so unstable in my choices and commitments. Yeah, there's a lot that's been coming up about trusting ourselves in this chat, so that, you know, that's interesting. But yeah, you know, just strengthening that trust with yourself, and and coming to these decisions from a more stable place. So yeah, so rooting, anchoring back into the earth. And I think oftentimes we can feel, because of the pace of the life that we live, that it's like we have to make these decisions. And I think sometimes we miss out on the space in between a decision, right? So you're presented with something, and then here's the decision you got to make. Well, there's some spaciousness, right? So if we're feeling into this new moon energy of spaciousness, emptiness, potential, the space in between the actual decision you make is a really beautiful time. And oftentimes I feel like we don't hold that enough as the medicine that it truly is. Because simply existing before the decision is made, there's just, there's so much there. So anyways, that resonated with me when you said that, because I do that sometimes where I'll jump into a decision and I'm like, and so it's just honoring that space in between. Like, could I have held that a little longer? And then when you know, right? And sometimes we can't. Sometimes there are deadlines or there's time constraints on things, but anytime that we're able to just hold it, and even if it's a small amount of time, even if it's just seconds or minutes, how can I really hold with, like, okay, the potential here, right? The potential, the spaciousness. Hi, Kelly, welcome. Okay, so the last journal prompt is to write out your intention for this new moon, right? To write it out, to declare it here in the comments, in your journal, both ideally, and claiming it as your truth. Like, that's a piece that I really want to say again, like feeling this intention, feeling it in all that you are, being curious about it, right? Tapping into the air element of Gemini, the freedom to move with it, to let it move in your life, to let it move your life as needed, right? What was the thing that I think Tia shared earlier? Was it show me as good as it gets? Or yeah, show me as good as it gets, if not this better. So instead of fearing spaciousness, emptiness, leaning into the potential. So coming to this intention with the joyful, hopeful energy that Gemini is bringing, right? Communicating this intention with that Gemini energy, communicating it clearly as you write this intention or as you speak this intention, right? And being connected to your heart, to your body, being grounded as you state this intention. All of this will strengthen and amplify the energy around it. So I'd love to hear your intentions, sisters. If you feel called to share, you can drop it in the comments and I will share them. Definitely like and love and heart all the things as people share their intentions, just letting the sisters know, like, I see you, I support you, like, we're here for you, that community energy. Tia's intention: I am finding a high-paying job, working during the week, no weekends, and allow me the time to travel doing work I enjoy. Yes, sister, and so it is. Yes. So take this time to declare your intention this new moon, and if you're going to sit with it today and you declare one later, please come back and chat here in the video or just post in the Goddess Collective with what your intention is. Give it just a few more seconds just to set that intention, and then I'll share the card before we close. Just anchoring into that intention today. Kelly, let go of past and open for loving, peaceful relationships, and let go of my guilt. Yeah. Guilt is no joke, my sister. Just letting that go, freedom from that. Yes. Helen, my intention is to take the leap and become my own boss and find a way to buy a hydraulic massage table. Yes. Beautiful. Hydraulic massage table. That sounds intense. That's awesome. Yes. Yeah, keep sharing, keep sharing. Declare these intentions, sister. Let's see, there's another one. Carmen, I intend to invest my time, energy, and love well. I'm going to say that again. I intend to invest my time, energy, and love well. Yes. I release what no longer serves my highest good, and I welcome the blessings and bliss from the universe. Yes. Felt that one. Yes, yes, yes. Feel free to keep sharing them. Yes. Yes, and just celebrating you, celebrating all of you that are declaring, you know, these intentions, that are getting curious with life, that are being playful in this energy, and that are remembering pieces of who you are and returning to the truth of who you are, and then making the shifts necessary to be in alignment with that, right? Like, yes. So feel free to keep sharing. I'm going to go ahead and read from the card that I just pulled for the group today. It is from one of my favorite decks that I use all the time. Uh-oh, my ring light. There we go. The Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. She's absolutely amazing. She's written a few books that are all absolutely amazing. Has a beautiful song called Rise, Sister, Rise. It's actually a chant. I play it in circle all the time. So Rebecca Campbell. And the card that I pulled was the Temple of the Rose. I don't know if you can see that. So Temple of the Rose. So just take those sisters in. Can you see? Okay. Ancient power, expression, activation, scarlet codes. I love this card. Okay. For millennia, feminine power, expression, and wisdom have been suppressed. As a result, the feminine has been silenced, dismissed, and disrespected. We've become disconnected from the earth, the mother, and have stopped revering our elders. But times are finally changing, and we're all part of this change. Every time we honor our body, express our wisdom, share our voice, and connect with our sensuality, we heal the sacred thread of the feminine. Every time we call back our power, we heal the sacred thread of the feminine. Every time we come together in circle, we heal the sacred thread of the feminine. Every time we honor our cyclical nature and the cycles of nature, we heal the sacred thread of the feminine. Regardless of which gender you identify with, if any, this is a card of calling back your power. It's a card of expressing your truth, no matter what it is. It's a card of sharing your soul's voice and singing the song that you are here to sing. This is a card of activation. It is a call to action, and it is a remembrance. You're the child of the ancient goddess. As you express yourself, you express for all who could not. As you reclaim your power, you do so for all those who cannot. Each shackle you break through, you free those who are yet to come. Share your voice, sing your song, dance your dance, reclaim your power. This is what you came here for. This is what you came here for. Just take a moment to feel that in. You're here in this goddess collective, being woven by the sacred thread of the feminine. And I find that card so powerful. If you want to add to your journaling today, tonight, another question that's tied to this card would be, how are you being called to call back your power, express your truth, or honor the cyclical nature within? And I think that's really beautiful because with this new moon energy, we spoke to the expression piece of your truth, right? How are you expressing your truth? How are you communicating your truth? And then we spoke to the cyclical nature, right? So even thinking about the moon phases. And I know that came up in our talk today is, you know, the different cycles that we move through within ourselves and how to honor ourselves in those different moments, those different versions of ourselves, you know, throughout the month, throughout the year, whatever it may be. And how are you being called to call your power back, right? So maybe just in this moment, take both hands to your heart and just declare that you are calling your power back. I am calling my power back from all times, people, and places. I am calling my power back. I'm calling my power back. I'm calling my power back. Just take a deep inhale. Then release. Maybe one more deep inhale. Release. I'll drop a picture of this card as well as the written description in the comments of the chat. Thank you, Tia. Thank you, my love. It was so wonderful to be with you this morning. I look forward to being in here more and just showing up in all the ways that I can for this community. To give you a little bit of a teaser of what's happening for June, like what's coming up this next month. I will be dropping the calendar tonight, probably tomorrow. But we have, you know, the amazing, consistent free offerings that happen every month here in the group. We have a free yoga class that's going to be happening with an amazing teacher, 𝐀𝐬𝐭𝐫𝐨𝐿, who actually is about to be certified as a Her Sacred Circle facilitator. For those that don't know, I have a circle facilitator program where women can move through a 4-month journey with me and learn. It's like part self-paced, part live, and learn and feel into what it looks like to hold space in circle. And so she is going to be coming live with a yoga class for us. We have Javon Frazier, womb wellness advocate, who's coming to do her womb talk. And I went and had a yoni steam Saturday. And if you're not familiar with the yoni steam, you know, Javon shares information in here, or hit me up and I can give you information. But she owns the Hidden Jewel Wellness Boutique here in Myrtle Beach, and I've been feeling very called to tap into womb wellness, to dive deeper into working with my sacral chakra, to really hold myself in that way. And yoni steaming is such an ancient practice, and I really have just been feeling called that if I am here to like embody my sacred feminine, that can't exist without yoni steaming. Like, that's the point that like I've gotten to, is like I've had this like aha moment of like, wait, like this is such an ancient practice. And I was blessed to be in a online circle where one of the 13 indigenous elders, the indigenous grandmothers, came through, and she spoke about that, and about if she could offer like one word of wisdom or one tip or self-care practice for women. The grandmother was sharing that yoni steaming, and to do it, you know, with those that you love, to do it on your own. But she was talking about how they do it like with the other grandmothers at times. And I was just like, okay, like, here we go. So anyways, I'm going off a little bit on a tangent, but I will be sharing more about that, just the power of yoni steaming, and just connecting with your womb and your womb space. Even if you don't have a physical womb, just the energetics there in this area are really powerful. So anyways, that is what happened to me this weekend. But Javon will be here doing a womb talk, and then we have let's see, we have Reiki with Violet happening again. If you're familiar with Reiki healing, Violet is a Reiki master that comes in and does a distance healing session for everyone in the community. So that's really beautiful. That'll happen again this month. I have a goddess chat later in the month with an amazing woman named Michelle Chen, who is out of New York, and she's actually going through Return to Circle as well. So she'll be facilitating circles in about 4 months. But she also is an Akashic Records reader, so she's going to come and share with us on that. And then let's see, if you were in if you're not even in Myrtle Beach, the virtual circle for this month is on June 12th, and it's going to be a Wild Woman activation circle. So we've been moving through the sacred feminine archetypes. So we've moved through the maiden, and last month we did the mother. If you're interested in either of those circles, they're recorded, so you can contact me. You can just drop a comment or DM me, and I can get you information on how to watch those and feel into that medicine. But we did the maiden and the mother, and then now we're going to do the wild woman, and I'm so excited about that circle. It's June 12th. You can join from anywhere. It's on Zoom. And then on the solstice of this month, if you're here in the Grand Strand or within driving distance, because this is one to drive for, on the 21st, I'm coming together with Chelsea Novosel of C Yoga and Stevie Goggins, who is an amazing yoga teacher, massage therapist, and she does cacao ceremonies. We're coming together for Soul Shine, and it's a summer solstice gathering. It's going to happen at McLean Park in the Meditation Garden in North Myrtle Beach. It is open to women, men, children. We're going to start at like 6:30, so you'll see some information on that. We're going to have cacao, we're going to have chanting, we're going to have movement, we're going to have circle. It is going to be so yummy. We have the amazing Ray that's going to come and add in her musical medicine, so be on the lookout for that. And then there's something else. Oh, full moon yoga. Yeah, so I started this thing, Chelsea with C Yoga started offering monthly full moon beach yoga and meditation, and she's invited me in to be a part of it. So monthly we're now doing that. I want to say it's the 14th, Tuesday the 14th of this month. So if you're in the Myrtle Beach area, want to do some yoga and meditation under the full moon out on the beach, it is so beautiful. That's going to be happening too. And let's see, I think that's everything that I have for now. So be on the lookout for that calendar. If you want to work with me one-to-one, I offer sacred feminine medicine sessions, and they're just a way to tap into this energy of the sacred feminine, the medicine of the sacred feminine. And it's really a place to remember these sacred feminine qualities within you, to activate them, reconnect with them, and be able to tap into them to live in your fullest expression. So the sessions offer everything from Reiki to journaling to meditation and breath work, embodiment practices, sacred sharing, and all sorts of other wild stuff. It's really unique. Each session is completely different. So I do those virtually on Zoom or here in the Grand Strand in person if you're in the Myrtle Beach area. So that's all the things. If you have any announcements, go ahead and drop them here in the chat as well, please. There are sisters watching that want to hear from you. If you want to be involved in any way, reach out to me, email me, hersacredcircle@gmail.com. If you have an offering for the group or if you want to collaborate, I'm always open to hear about that and feel into that. So Robin, sounds very interesting. Keep me posted. Yeah, Robin, drop in the comments which thing you're interested in and I'm happy to give you more information. All right, my loves, wishing you just so many new moon blessings. Thank you for being here with me today. If you're watching the replay, thank you for carving out the time to tap into this medicine. I'm so honored to hold this space, to be with all of you. Oh, hi, my mama just joined. Hi, mama. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for choosing to show up in this sacred sisterhood. Thank you for hearing the call of the sacred feminine, of your inner goddess, just inviting you to reawaken this medicine of sisterhood. It is so important, and I think that through reconnecting with the sacred feminine and allowing her to dance in harmony with our masculine, we can bring healing to this planet by returning to circle and communicating in ways that are community-oriented, non-judgmental, safe, sacred. We can heal this planet, and by remembering these pieces of who we are, we can heal this planet. So I am here for it. Thank you for being here for it. Crystal, I intend to dig deeper into my ancestral lineage, passions, and connections. Yes, yes, honoring you. I love you too, mama. All right, keep sharing the intentions. If you have any questions, drop them here. So much love to all of you, and I'm sure we will talk soon. Bye.